Hi everyone, welcome. This is Low Sensory Adaptive Yoga with Audrey for Mind Body Solutions. So today we are going to explore the winter solstice because it's tomorrow and it's an important date of the year. So it's all about welcoming back the light because in some places and most years, sometimes it happens before or after, but this is really the point of the year when we start getting back a few precious minutes of daylight. So if you want to find a comfortable seat, or you can already be lying down, you can also be walking, rolling, anything that you wish to do is absolutely fine. You are in control. I'm only here to guide, so please interact with my words as you see fit. And so today, yeah, tomorrow is the first day of winter. So it might feel like we've been in winter for a while. I don't know about you, but the past few weeks have felt like really dark, darker than usual. I don't know if it's because I'm noticing more what's happening around me with nature or whether that's a change. But we actually only starting winter tomorrow. So I really wanted to have a little bit of time together to work with our inner light. I know we do quite a few practice around this, but it's always a good one to do in community with the support of the collective. I feel like sometimes it can be even more supportive, even stronger. So that's what I propose for today. So if you found your first shape of this practice, then you may have your eyes closed or finding a self-gaze, maybe away from the screen, giving your eyes a little break. However, if you want to start welcoming back that light, maybe you are looking at an actual light in your space. If you still have daylight where you are, maybe you're looking outside. That's okay too. And really bringing a sense of comfort with you. So maybe you already have some cushions and blankets and maybe a cup of hot tea nearby. Because really winter is a good time to get cozy, to, some animals, they do hibernate. We don't because we are in this capitalist system that we created that, we don't really listen to the cycles of nature, but maybe for a few minutes together, we can do that. We can hibernate for 20, 30 minutes. And so let's start by paying attention to the support of your seat, the bed, the floor. So starting to connect with the root of your spine, your sitting bones, maybe the sole of your feet, or your back, the legs, anything that's being supported by your support. And letting that support fully support you for just a few minutes so that there's less for you to do. It's a busy time for us humans, so less to do sounds quite good right now. Maybe you're noticing already your muscles starting to relax. Maybe you're noticing if there's any parts of the body that's still clenching, tensing. Then actively relaxing, adding some softness to these parts of the body. Maybe it's your tongue that's tense against the roof of the mouth that you could relax. Maybe it's your eyes, the muscles of your eyes. Maybe your jaw. But taking a few moments to check in, to notice what's happening, and to add some softness. And if you're noticing any parts that's tense, try not to judge, try not to think, oh, I'm still tense. Why can't I relax? Why can't I do this? It's okay. It actually relaxing is a skill. It can be quite hard. I'm talking from experience, so that's why maybe adding some softness, just with your breath, sending some love, some comfort to those parts of the body that is maybe taking a bit of time to arrive, to notice that it's okay right now to let go a little bit. And so, yeah, noticing your breath. What's the quality of your breath today, in this moment? The pace, the rhythm, the depth. How does it feel like to breathe in this moment? And again, without judgment, and trying to take in on the role of the curious observer. And if you're noticing any tension in that breath, then maybe for once, I encourage you to add some softening, to find some deeper, softer breath if you can. And then maybe noticing what's happening in your mind. What's alive for you right now? What's happening? What's your experience? Where is your mind taking you? Maybe it's starting to give you some hints about this next cycle that's about to start. Every solstice is a new cycle. And of course, if it's taking you to places where you don't really want to go, maybe it's the to-do list, or whether it's some difficult conversation you've just had, then say it's okay, it's okay. And come back to your breath, come back to the softening of your body, come back to the support. Give yourself permission to find that comfort, that softness for a few moments. And then taking a deep, soft breath. Inhale. And then on the exhale, maybe you want to add a sigh. And then 2 more like this. Inhale. And exhale with a sigh. Nobody's listening, so go as big, as loud as you wish to. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to start a little bit of movement. If you like to go into doing any of your movements that you know, then feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to guide a little flow. We're going to start with the palms. So with each inhale, the palms are going up towards the sky, and each exhale, they're going back towards the earth. So take your time, follow your own rhythm. So my hands are high, but they could just, yours could just be on your lap because I'm just demonstrating, but they could be anywhere on your body. And it could be one hand. You don't have to use the hand, just trying to focus on our breath, including a little bit more of the body, a little bit more movement. But you follow your own path. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. Add any pauses in between if you wish. Making sure the shoulders are not up your ears like mine were. And then we're going to do a version of Surya Namaskars and salutations, since we are, from Sunday starting to get a little bit more daylight. So be nice to offer some gratitude to the sun. So continue with these movements, or if you like, go a little bit bigger with maybe hands, arms raising towards the sky, forming a big circle, still following your breath, letting your movement being guided by your breath, and noticing if there's any tension, any pain, then adjust. Again, you don't have to use the arms at all. You could do some circles with your chin as well, like with your head and neck, if that feels good. And then when you're ready, one last round of the hand or the neck circles, and then we're gonna place our hand on top of our knees and get our forehead towards our knees. So we're going into a forward fold. Again, that could be just chin towards chest. And then if you like, you can start rolling and bringing your upper body towards your lower body into a forward fold. And make sure that you exhale in here, releasing any tension, releasing anything that doesn't serve you. Maybe that's mentally, physically, spiritually, anything. And then when you're ready, big inhale, rolling back up. And then one round of hands above the head, or as you wish. And then we're going back down into forward fold. Again, follow your own rhythm. Follow your own breath. Add any other movements at this point that you wish to do. I'm going to go quite slow because quite tired today. Got quite a sore head, so slow movement is what I found nourishing today. I'm gonna add cat and cow, or you could do kitten and calf, as one of my teacher, Jivana Heyman, would say. So kitten would look like chin to chest and maybe rounding a little bit with the exhale, rounding the spine a little bit. If you're going into cat, then you are rounding a little bit more the spine, adding some spaciousness in the vertebrae. Maybe the the hands and the arms are hanging, or you're finding somewhere stable to hold. And then on the inhale, you're going into cow, which is arcing the spine, looking up. And if you want calf, then that would be chin up, not too high, and finding a little bit of a back bend so the shoulder blades are meeting a little bit in the middle of the spine. So that's giving you a range of movement that you can follow, find your own. You can put all these movements together back into a flow. So arms above the head. And then when you're ready for the exhale, going into the forward fold. Inhale, coming back up. And then finding kitten or cat, grounding the spine, releasing, making sure the shoulders are relaxed. And with the inhale, finding calf or cow, arcing, finding some space in the heart center. And then coming back up. And then maybe one more. I'm gonna let you lead, so I'm not gonna guide. And then when you finish that round, maybe another minute of any other movement that would feel good right now, maybe a twist, maybe some side bends. Maybe just shaking the body a little bit from side to side. Any movement that would feel nourishing to you right now. Before we go into stillness, we'll be in stillness for at least 15 minutes. So make sure your body is ready. And then starting to slow down and find your restorative shape, or you can carry on moving if that's what you need right now. That's absolutely fine. Even if you're in your restorative shape, maybe you'd like to reintroduce the movement with the palms, if that feels like it's a good anchor for your mind and your breath. Otherwise, I invite you to find your own version of Shavasana, or you could go back to forward fold, or find Baddha Konasana, butterfly, or maybe legs up the wall, or child's pose, any pose that would feel nourishing right now, knowing that, this pose, you don't have to hold it for 15, 20 minutes. It can be for a few minutes. It can be, you can move at any point of the practice. The stillness that we are aiming to find is inner stillness. So your body might still be moving. You might be moving during the, changing pose at some point. That is all good. Follow what your body tells you. Always. Please bring some props. If you are lying on the side in Shavasana, maybe a pillow in between your knees and one for your head. If you are seated, make sure your spine and your head is well supported. Maybe you'd like to elevate your feet and your legs with bringing a pillow underneath. You could also have an eye mask or a light scarf on top of your eyes. Blankets, it's good. Holding a pillow as well in front of you always brings a lot of comfort and a feeling of a sense of protection. So I really encourage you to do this if you like. And taking your time to do all of this, there is nowhere to go. The only thing on the to-do list is to find rest and comfort, which I hope sounds pretty good again right now. And so, yeah, so tomorrow is winter solstice. So it means it's the day with the least daylight. And so it can feel like quite dark, can feel like sad, depressing, depending on how connected you are to nature. But it's also a good reminder of the impermanence of things. As the day after, so Sunday for us, the light will start to grow again. So it's like a beacon of hope for ourselves, for the world. And so we're gonna nurture that prakasha, that inner light that we all have. And so once you find your restorative shape, come back to your breath, come back to that feeling of support, come back to your body and this present moment. And maybe you're starting to feel your prakasha, your inner light in your body. Maybe it's in your heart center, maybe it's in your third eye point, maybe top of the skull or the root of the spine. Anywhere in your body that you feel maybe some warmth, some fluttering, some tingling. And if you don't, that's okay. It's still there. Everybody's got an inner light. And with each inhale, it's growing and growing and radiating all over your body. It's warming you up. It's softening your muscles, your connective tissues, your nerves, your organs. It's softening your mind, your thoughts. With each inhale and with each exhale. And that inner light is connected to the collective, to all of us here present and everyone on earth, whether they're human or animals or trees or plants, rivers, oceans. Take on a little bit of that support to grow your inner light. So with each inhale, it's continuing to nurture you, to soften. And with each exhale, you're starting to give a little bit back. So we're creating a kind of virtuous circle of compassion, of love, of comfort, of support. There's no scarcity here, only abundance. We're going to need all of this for winter. So continue to nurture that source of light that's within you and that's in the collective. If that helps, you can add some somatic touch. So if you feel that light particularly strong in a part of the body, you could add your hands to it, or you could place your one hand on top of the belly and one hand on top of the heart. That can bring some comfort. That light is radiating all over your body, your mind, your spirit. You are becoming a beacon of light, beacon of hope, compassion, and love for everyone else as well. I'm going to create a little bit of space for silence so that you can continue this on your own. Not really on your own because we're all here together, but with your own sense of your own agency, your own words, your own energy. So just a few minutes of silence. And again, if silence is not nurturing, focus on the breath. You can add that movement with the palms. We're all here together. Continue with your breath. Maybe taking softer, deeper breaths. Minding yourself, connecting to that light. To that light that may come all the way from the stars. As Nikita Gill says, we have calcium in our bones, iron in our veins, carbon in our souls, and nitrogen in our brains. 93% stardust with souls made of flames. We are all just stars that have people's names. So come back to that stardust, that soul made of flames. Your name is important, but your inner light will always be there and will carry you through many lifetimes and can carry you through these 3 next months that may seem dark, but it will pass. And the daylight will start coming back. And so with that, placing your attention to your heart center, maybe placing your hand on top of each other or an Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. Palms of the hands touching and thumbs against the heart as a gesture of gratitude. Gratitude for ourselves for showing up and our body minds for allowing us to access these practices. Gratitude for this community, the wisdom, the laughter, the support. Gratitude for the sun as it keeps us alive and warm. Gratitude for the sacred practices of yoga indigenous to South Asia and our teachers, teachers, and all practitioners before us who have protected these practices so that we can still benefit from them today. Gratitude for the earth for holding us and nurturing us, and our ancestors and indigenous stewards of this land for protecting it. I'll leave a moment for you to add any further words of gratitude. And you may dedicate some or all of the merit of this practice to someone, a being, a cause, a land that could do with some extra support. And to seal this intention, out of a blessing of metta, loving kindness, which you may join or listen. Inhale to begin. May all beings everywhere with no limits, including ourselves, be happy, be well, be safe, and at ease. May all beings be free from harm and suffering. May all beings be free and liberated. So you may start to bring some movement back into the body, blinking the eyes open, welcoming back the light, coming back into your space. Or if you have time and space to stay where you are, then please do and enjoy. Taking your time. There's no rush. And then thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate you and acknowledge the effort that it takes every single week to show up for practice. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon.